Well, it turns out seeing is not believing anymore. You remember that old saying? Struck me today. It's just not true anymore. A couple things I saw in a video I just released just gave me that realization, and I know we all kind of know that that's the case, sort of, but like it really hit me today. So, point of clarification on a video I did recently, call it a correction, on the Jizzy and Jeff combo deal video where the Jizzlane was spotted in Canada. Turns out that was a face swap. Apparently, I'm even questioning sometimes the validity of that stuff. A couple of you in the comments did let me know, so I appreciate it. We're here to question everything and get stuff right. Not like the regular news. So if something's wrong, we're gonna be like, hey, we got that wrong. And that's what I'm doing. Seeker, formerly, I forgot how to pronounce your old name, but Seeker on TikTok, great channel. Dude does a ton of research. He let me know in the comments, as well as somebody else who loved talking in all caps, but all good, bro. Appreciate you holding me accountable. Turns out that likely is AI. Doesn't change the fact, in my opinion, that that person in that video is just not Maxwell. It's just not. So videos like that, a woman and man in Canada, wouldn't be so compelling if the starting point wasn't clearly that's not her. Same thing with Jeffy.
My name is Jeff.
Right? Like, it's the prostate thing. I think from what I've heard, it depends how you interpret it. Now, granted, that video I had to put out in a little bit of a hurry, so I didn't do the deep dive I normally would have. That's on me when it comes to the AI video, but it just struck me today watching the Benjamin Satan Hahu. You know who I'm talking about. Benny and the Jets. Does the wedding ring just vanish? Or is it just a trick of the light? Did the coffee overflow? Is the coffee a quarter inch above the brim of the cup, but didn't spill? Another image that was posted for, quote, proof of life, literally is from 7 years ago. So the problem is, I noticed watching all these videos today where you're literally like, is that real? Nah, that doesn't look real. Think about where we are, people. 10 years ago, we would have lauded a movie studio for doing half the quality what AI can do now on a big budget film, CGI film of human-like realness, like real world realness and quality. We would have been lauding them because they did so good and it's so close. It would have been months and months of CGI work. It would have been millions of dollars in budget, and it still would have been easily recognizable as CGI, but we would have been impressed. Not 10 years later, with a little prompt, you can make a minute-long video that literally you have to sit there and be like, I don't think I could tell. Oh, yep. There's the sixth finger. Okay, now we can tell. Like, that's crazy though. Like, that's what we gotta do now. And it happened so quick, and this is what they wanted. To any sane person, fully deregulating AI makes zero sense to anybody with critical thinking brain. But if your goal is to deceive and make it impossible to tell what's real, to make it so that seeing is believing doesn't exist anymore, then deregulating AI to that extent makes all the sense in the world. It all depends on your perspective. So, part of this video is just a quick little stat correction on the last video. I did a little more research. Most likely it's fake. It's from an account that has done some celebrity encounters on the street, whatever. Okay, so likely that it's fake. It's not 100% proven in my opinion. They just said like, it's likely fake because of the resolution of the face and this and that. I didn't see the glitching everyone's talking about. I watched a video back a couple times. Whatever. If it's leaning more to fake than not fake, we're gonna just say, okay, it's not legit enough to consider it. That phrase hit me like, seeing is just not believing anymore. And bro, the world we live in changed so quickly from a few years ago. Who would have thought we'd be at a point where you literally have to, you're watching it like, I can't tell. I can't tell anymore. I prided myself in being able to tell when something was AI. It's like, look at the mouth. You could see the way he's walking. It just, something didn't seem right. It's that uncanny valley thing. It looks too good. Something's weird. That's creepy. It's AI. Now we're at a point where you hope a sixth finger shows up. Otherwise, you really got to dig. And if there is anything, the internet will find it. So thank God for internet sleuths and people that investigate these things. But otherwise, it's so hard to tell. I would never be able to tell, right? So this individual could be alive, could be dead. We don't know. Seems like he might not be. Sounds like maybe some people inside the country might not have wanted him to be alive either. Well, that's a separate conspiracy. Still remains all the facts leading up to like the Jeffrey incident.
My name is Jeff.
Getting put in a cell that didn't have a working camera. Did have a working camera. Then getting moved to a cell where the camera stopped working. And then people saying, well, it's not a conspiracy because the camera was not working before he got into that cell. So like, well, that makes it worse, y'all. People trying trying to debunk it with that. I've heard that. Schellenberger on JRE, which is one of the craziest things I've seen. Schellenberger used to be a voice of reason when it came to Rona and free speech, and I don't know what happened. Surely seemed like he had an agenda on that one, but his point was like, well, that camera wasn't working before he went into the cell. Well, that makes it worse, guy. You put one of the biggest criminals in American history in a cell, supposed to be on quick watch, that you know doesn't have a camera? What? And then the 18-day prior incident where he supposedly almost committed again, but really it turns out his cellmate probably tried to give him a little bit of the treatment. That camera was working, except, oh wait, we accidentally deleted the footage. Aw, shucks. Can you believe the string of luck? Man, it's like an Abbott and Costello skit. To believe all of the things they told us about that whole situation, it's literally an Abbott and Costello skit. Oh, by the way, we're gonna derail here. We're getting off the rails. When it comes to the reality of things, we can tell what is BS, right? Tartaglione, the Goomba that was sold up with your boy Jeffy. My name is Jeff. Not my boy. Sellied up with my name is Jeff. Turns out he's a 4-time contracted killer, bro. Gangland style. Also turned out he was on hook for the death penalty. And then after that incident, just so happened the prosecution decided we're not going to seek the death penalty any further, which I know they had a good reason. And what was that reason again? Oh wait, sorry. They put no reason given. They didn't give a reason. They just up and decided to be really nice and remove the death penalty for no reason, because in our experience, we all know the prosecutors are always sweethearts, always looking out for the best interests of the prosecutee. So much about that is crazy. You put him in a cell with a convicted killer. Then he tries to do what he does, says, oh no, he tried to himself, and that person who was the quote-unquote victim, though I use that word loosely with this SOB, because my name is Jeff. Said, no, I did not try and do that to myself. He tried to do it to me. And it just happens to be that the death penalty, it gets removed for no reason given. And then the prosecutor on that prosecution team just so happens to be James Comey's daughter. Did you know James Comey's daughter was also on the prosecution team? I believe as like a consultant or in some way involved with the P. Diddy trial. And I remember watching those online lawyers reviewing the case with the Diddy trial and essentially saying like, it seems like the prosecution is almost trying to lose the case on purpose. Dropping all these charges they should be not dropping. They didn't bring charges to things they should have. They frame things in a way that don't make any sense. Like I remember the prosecutors wrapping their brains in pretzels trying to figure out what the prosecution was doing with the Diddy trial. Turns out the same lady, respectable, honorable James Comey's daughter, was on that team too. Just a coincidence she also happened to be on the prosecution team for the cellmate of Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. I'm not going to get into the deep dive of all that now. I think that's maybe another video, but I just want to say, regardless of those deep fakes and the AI videos, they're not going to fool us. We know some happened. We know bro is almost certainly still alive. We know that's not Jizzy, and we know Jeffy's still alive. And we know those videos that were posted by a certain country, almost certain it's AI. But this is what they wanted, is the whole point. They wanted us to not be able to even tell. If there's just a little bit of plausible deniability, they can just pull the wool over all our eyes. That's all they needed. Just a little bit of plausible deniability. That's enough for them to get by and do the demonic that they're trying to do. It's a crazy world we live in, folks. I appreciate everybody. This is just literally an off-the-cuff ramble. If you watched this long, thank you. Appreciate that. I have so many videos I'm editing. Have patience with me. I apologize for not getting stuff out as fast as I would like. That's going to change soon. I want to try and hit it hard, get an editor, and really start pumping out content like my boy Consumer Propaganda and Coffee does. Make sure you check him out, Seeker out, and make sure you check Make It Make Sense out, Big T Mims. If you don't watch him, I think we're going to get together and do like an interview soon is the plan, and kind of talking to him about that. If you guys are interested in seeing me on Make It Make Sense's channel doing an interview, let me know in the comments. When I start doing interviews, I'd like to have him on my channel, so that's the plan. It'll probably be on YouTube, so make sure you go follow my YouTube Conspiracy Ninja page. It's the same name, and Big T Mims 718. I will put the correct thing on the screen on YouTube. Yeah, look for that coming soon in the future. And don't forget, seeing is not believing, unfortunately. All right, I'm out. Be safe. I'll see y'all on the next video. Stay grounded and question everything. Peace.